What's going on, everyone? Trust the Buzz here. If you're new to the channel, I make daily Charlotte Hornets content, so if that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you cannot tell by the thumbnail title of this video, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the first preseason game for Charlotte Hornets basketball, and they might as well be in regular season form, so we're going to go ahead and talk about that. So, I'm not here to overreact. However, I do feel like a lot of things I say are things that have been a theme on this team for the last couple of years, so that's why it's more than just a preseason game. So, for example, let's just talk about some of the negatives, and I promise I'll get to a lot of the positives, if the few positives there were at least. But negatively, one thing is the center play. It's still horrendous, and they can't rebound, they can't defend the interior, they can't block shots, because there's a difference between just altering shots and blocking shots. If you're not altering a lot of shots, then maybe you can just block a lot of shots, or vice versa. The great defenders do both. However, right now I would just look for one or the other. I would just like for you to be able to block more shots or at least alter more shots, and neither of those are happening. And then also on the offensive end, none of the three centers, and by three centers I mean Mark Williams, Mason Plumlee, Nick Richards, none of them are able to finish at the rim at all. So, the only one that seems like they got any, post presence, at least on the offensive end, is Kai Jones, which is, we know Kai Jones has a lot to work on in other ways, so that's not a good sign. And it's just, I'm tired of it, to be honest. It's just so obvious that Mason Plumlee's not it. It's so obvious that Nick Richards is not it. And Mark Williams, this is literally his first NBA time, but at the same time, it's he's still a rookie at the end of the day, so I don't expect much from him. Center and point guard are two of the hardest positions to play. And so I get it. He needs to be more aggressive, and that's things he can fix. It wasn't like he just wasn't in the right places at the right time or anything like that. It was just timing issues and just not being aggressive, which I feel as though the more you play, the better you get at those things. However, Nick Richards, you've been here. Don't know why you can't defend the paint. Don't know why you can't finish. Don't know why you get pushed over every chance you get. Anytime someone has a chance to bully you, they bully you. Mason Plumlee just looks lost. He just looks out of touch. That center play is just terrible. I'm not worried about Melo. Melo put up a lot of shots. The one thing I am worried about is that fact that he kind of played as if, it's just a preseason game, which it is. However, I know where this team stands. Melo knows where this team stands. I would like to see you trying to take that as in, all right, we need to put our best foot forward. We know we're not the best team. These are just these small things like that. So, for example, the Celtics, it didn't matter if they won or lost, but they played like it was Game 7 of the NBA Finals. If they played like that in the finals of the last two games, they would have won. So, it's not that, I don't think that he just wasn't playing up to par or anything like that. It's more so just I wish you just treat every game like it's your last game, because of the fact that look at this team. Those little small wins in preseason matter. That didn't matter to the Celtics, but they played like it did, and it showed on the court. So I just wish he would do that. Also, another thing I want to talk about, but like I said, I'm not really concerned. I just wish that was more so his approach. Also, another thing I want to talk about, Gordon Hayward didn't play, and I know why. The team was just, they were just being cautious, which I don't blame them. However, my issue with that is Gordon Hayward wants to shake that he doesn't play, but he is not a leader. They just showed him sitting on the bench. Every time they would cut to him, he was just sitting there not talking to anybody. You cannot do that. You need to be coaching these guys. You need to be helping these guys. If you're not doing that, while you're injured, get off the team, dude. That's just completely me being honest. I don't know how he acts behind closed doors. I know guys like Jalen McDaniels and stuff say they like Gordon Hayward. However, I don't see it. I'm not there, but it's just frustrating, because it's what are you contributing to this team if you're not on the court? That's another frustrating manner. Terry Rozier looked lost. He cannot run an offense. I'm sorry. I know it's preseason, but he's a veteran, and this is something that he's going to have to do. And think about it. I know it's preseason, but we start in 17 days, I think. So that's another thing. And then you got to think about PJ. PJ just didn't stand out enough. He was there but he didn't stand out in the way you would want him to. I didn't expect him to drop 30 or anything like that, but I expected it to be like, all right, that's a good defensive possession by PJ. Oh, good three by PJ. None of that happened, but that's something that can be fixed. I'm not overreacting to that. Also, the team effort is still a big deal. They came out with tremendous effort the first 8 minutes, 9 minutes. After that, it was gone. So once they made the first substitution, it was just gone. Kelly Oubre's defensive IQ isn't good. He still takes a lot of gambles, and those gambles don't seem to pay off. It was a mess, to be honest with you. And then the young guys look like young guys. James Bouknight was really just in his head. You could tell that he's just mentally not there. There was just times where he had, I think he crossed somebody up almost, had a wide open three, decided to drive it and took a bad shot. I think he got fouled, but still. And then, like I said, Mark Williams looks soft, but he's a rookie. It is what it is. Bryce McGowan's look good. Defensively, he looked like he can defend, and he looked like he puts effort on defense, so that's good. I would like him to attack the basket a little more. He had times where he could have, and he didn't, and that's what the Hornets need, because we saw with Miles Bridges, the team really suffered without having a guy that can really penetrate that defense, and so that was another issue. Three-point shooting wasn't good. Rebounding wasn't good at all. There was just the ball stopping. James Bouknight would get the ball, and that would be it. There would be not much ball movement. He would stop the ball and really not do anything with it, and it would really mess up the offense. And then a lot of times when Terry and guys like that were running the offense, the shot clock would run down, and they would throw something up. Jello didn't look good in his small minutes, but I mean, it is what it is. So and Jalen McDaniels, I do want to talk about Jalen McDaniels. Jalen McDaniels looked good on both ends of the ball. He was defending well. He was scoring. He was doing things that he doesn't normally do. And that's what we need if they want to be good. That's what they're going to need to be better. However, I mean, I've talked about it plenty of times on this channel, how this team isn't good enough, and I'm tired of front office telling us it's good enough, and I am. I mean, that still stays because it's obvious. The reason it's obvious is because, like I said, this you're running back the same team over and over and over again, and basically telling me it's good enough. If it wasn't good enough the first time, all right, it got better the second time, but that was more of an internal error where the coaches just wasn't feeling the players weren't feeling the coach, and then I felt like that was the downfall. So last year was a good chance. This year I feel like it's going to be the worst of the 3 times they ran this team back. That should tell you something. It's not getting better, So, but I'm not going to rant on that because there's literally nothing that can happen. I can't talk to Michael Jordan. I can't talk to Mitch Kupchak. I can't talk to all these guys. So there's no point in me ranting about that. But as far as the players, I mean, it's really much of the same as last year. It's frustrating to watch. Let me know if I missed anything down in the comment section below. I really wish I could do more breakdowns, but you can't because YouTube will flag the channel, and I don't want the channel to get flagged. I'm at 540 subscribers, so I'm trying my best to not get copyright or anything like that. So let me know of a way that I could possibly do more breakdowns, because there are some clips. You can also follow me on Twitter at TruzBuzz. On Twitter, that's where I might do some more breakdowns. I know it'll be a little wordy, but I think that's the best way I can do it without something bad happening to the channel or anything like that. Somebody told me about Patreon, and then you pay and subscribe, and I can do breakdowns on there, but I don't know. Maybe I just might do them anyway, and then when it comes time for the channel to be supported, we can support it in other ways. But I really want to do, because those are some things that I saw that it's hard to explain. I wish I could show you, but yeah, it's much of the same, to be completely honest with you. Not much has changed. The center position needs to be fixed, and the thing is, it needs to be fixed even if they sell everybody or trade everybody. It still needs to be fixed. I mean, Mark Williams isn't going to be it for now, so you would need somebody to come in and be his backup. I mean, Kai Jones can do a decent job, but you know what I mean. It's just Dennis Smith Jr. looked okay. I mean, he was getting to the basket, but there was a lot of times he couldn't finish. But he was getting to the basket though, so that's good. And I mean, that's really it. Like I said, James Bouknight didn't look himself. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody. I'm pretty sure I did. Jalen Crutcher, I like to get on him, but he had a terrible pass in 2 minutes. So it was crazy. But anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It's going to be a long season, and I'm really trying not to be negative about it, but that's the reality of it. It's just preseason, 100% correct. However, this is the same team, so with a team in a position like this, you would want them to give their best efforts and treat it more than just preseason, because you do have a lot to prove, and they're not doing that. And the reason it sticks is because of the fact that they've done it during the regular season. So this team isn't talented enough. This organization is not ran well enough to play like that in the preseason, and then all of a sudden just turn it on in the regular season. It's just not. It's not going to happen. So I just am skeptical. However, I am happy that Jalen McDaniels is doing different things. A lot of these things can be fixed. It's a matter of will they be fixed. For the center position, that is going to take the front office fixing. Out of all the things I saw today, coaching, getting more reps can fix all of that. The only thing that cannot be fixed by that is the center position. The center position cannot be fixed, and I will say coaching's not going to be able to fix the offense when LaMelo's not in the game. Personally, I think that there needs to be a trade happen. Gordon Hayward might can help with that when he is healthy, so maybe it comes internally, but that is something that I feel as though Steve Clifford can do a wonderful job coaching. However, that's not going to change the lack of offense when LaMelo's not in the game, because LaMelo just brings such a unique skill set. I'm not saying you have to find another LaMelo. However, you do need to find someone, whether it's James Bouknight, Bryce McCown, like I said, Gordon Hayward, or just maybe bring in somebody that can create in different ways. They don't have to create the same ways LaMelo does. Like Miles was able to create because he attacked the basket so well. It brought in guys able to kick it out. Nobody else can do that on this team. So that is something I feel like coaching won't fix. But anyway, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.